do that hasn't had
that or whatever.
can be far away.
It's a future focused episode. So, with all of you guys, with your heads up your butts, this is an opportunity to have your eyes up and your eyes open and just see what's happening in the near future.
Big facts, man. Big facts. The new future could be holding for each and every one of you guys. But yeah, so I think when this episode comes out, it will either be close to the new year or it will be the new year. It will be 2024. So I think like something that a lot of people should like think about for the new year is like a resolution that they have, or a goal that they have, or if they could start that goal this year to be ahead of their goals in 2024. So a tradition that a lot of people always do each year is a New Year's resolution. So just like what I was talking about, New Year's resolution. And in this article, it talks about how a lot of people's New Year's resolutions usually don't come through because people just lose track of focusing on the New Year's resolution. And it just becomes something where they don't hit it at all. And what it talks about is that every year people around the world make New Year's resolutions to reach their goals, improve their health, and better their lives. Many people are successful at keeping their resolutions while many others fail. That could be you listening to this podcast right now. Shame on you. You failed on your New Year's resolution? Shame on you. I'm playing. Have you had like a New Year's resolution in the past, Kadon? Or do you have one for 2024?
Nah, I'm gonna continue trying to do better, and whatever changes need to be made will be made, and that's it. What about you?
Same, man. I don't have any at the moment, but in the past, like a New Year's resolution that I did that I guess I was successful with was becoming vegetarian. I'm not currently vegetarian, guys, fams. Yeah. I'm not currently vegetarian, but there was this one year, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. I just like was really just learning more about vegetarianism. I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. Let me see if I can go a week in 2021, the beginning of 2021, with being a vegetarian. And I ended up doing it for 2 years, and I was like, damn, okay. But I switched back to eating meat again because I was like, you know what? Like, I need to get my protein goals coming for working out, and I want to come back to meat. Pause. But yeah, that was a New Year's resolution that I've done in my life that I guess I was successful with, but other ones I can't really recall. But yeah, that was one of the ones that I did.
I remember that we were all dissing you and everything. But
yeah, bro. Yeah. When I became a vegetarian, fams, I think all friends are like this, and it's all love at the end of the day. My friends were like, yo, what the heck, man? You're vegetarian? You eat grass, man? You eat grass? You're a rabbit? I'm like, nah, bro. Yo, I'm just out here just trying to, get my health straight and everything. But to be honest, like, it all depends on your goals. If that's what you want to do, become vegetarian, then try to do it. It's going to be hard at first, but if you don't really want to do it, I would say then don't do it. Then do your research before you choose to try to become vegetarian or vegan or all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It also has to do with like nutrients and stuff. You have to make sure you're still getting all the nutrients that you should be getting and stuff. So you have to, if you need to take supplements or switch up certain foods that you're eating at the same time, it's good to do your research before.
That's a fact, bro. Yeah, because like when you're a vegetarian, I don't know if this applies to every single vegetarian, but you lack a lot of B12, vitamin B12, so you don't get that much iron when you're a vegetarian because you're not eating meat, and that's where most people retrieve iron vitamins from. So like that was something that I kind of remember, like not fully, it wasn't my whole entire journey of being vegetarian, but I remember it just like be tired a lot throughout the day. And I heard from a doctor that like it was because like I was deficient in vitamin B12. But yeah, that's something to look out for. And just like in general, even when you're eating meat, pause. You should definitely look out for your vitamins too. Try to
What is
get as much vitamins as possible.
it's like three, that's a lot of pauses, you know. It's been like what, 5 minutes?
For
Like,
real, bro. Yo, we're like in pause timeout, fam. You know, like timeout when you were a kid. We're in that timeout where it's like, yo, you're being a little too sus, Benjamin. I think you gotta chill out a bit. Too many pauses are going on, Benjamin. You're only 5.
like T.O. It's past pause now, bro. It's T.O., fam.
Yo, yeah, timeout. Yeah, forgot about that. But yeah, New Year's resolutions. Yeah, it's something that's existed for time. I think since like the 19th century, and like perhaps like far back as late as like the 17th century. And even then, like what I've done my research for, people were failing their whole resolutions that they were planning for like each year. So they would break it and then like have an excuse and be like, oh my gosh, like I thought I was gonna do it, but this popped up in my life, which that applies to a lot of people when they start New Year's resolutions. They don't like go through with doing it. And this statistic says that 9 to 12% of people keep their New Year's resolutions each year, based on a 2016 study found that 41% of Americans who made New Year's resolutions by the end of the year, only 9% felt they were successful in keeping them. And that was like the most recent study. There's been other studies too, but that was like a successful and failure rate for New Year's resolution study. And yeah, like reasons for failure, in one 2014 study, 35% of participants who failed their New Year's resolution said they had unrealistic goals. And that reminds me of like when I used to kickbox a bit, there would be like people in the gym that would come over to my kickboxing gym when I was younger, and they would like, it would be like a good 40 people that I wouldn't see, let's say on December 10th. I wouldn't see that many people that would come in the new year. So like it was like January 5th, 40 mans are in the kickboxing gym. I'm like, oh my gosh, why are so many people here? And someone in the gym was like, yo, they're they're trying to like do their New Year's resolution, so that's why they're here. And I was like, yo, damn, so you don't think like all of them are gonna stay here for like the rest of the year? He's like, nah. And I'm not even joking, Keon. I think like 2 weeks later, bro, that 40 became like 15. It was 15 people of that 40 that stayed 2 weeks later, and I think it decreased even more throughout the year. So it's a thing, bro. A lot of people feel their New Year's resolutions each year, and that like goes back to what you were saying, bro. Like you're trying to keep consistent with your goals that you have right now. You're trying to carry that over to the new year. I think if someone has a goal, they should start today or start tomorrow, like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And big up to you. You're the one that stayed to see them all leave. So, you know,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was the one that like saw them come in and then saw them come out, saw them leave, and I was like, wow, damn, bro, that's what a New Year's resolution is to people. It's just like, you know what? I'm a try to do this goal, and then yeah, the goal's finished. But that goes back to having unrealistic goals. Like it's good to have realistic goals, and then those unrealistic goals that you are thinking about accomplishing when you start your realistic goal, that could be a goal that you have later on. So it's good to like work up the steps to know what you can accomplish, but also push yourself, try to achieve those unrealistic goals. It just takes time, especially for someone that isn't usually doing like big things that they usually don't do in their life. So like someone that, let's say, maybe overweight and wants to lose weight, if they say to themselves, oh, I'm gonna lose, let's say they're like 300 pounds, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds next month. That's an unrealistic goal, and losing 100 pounds in 1 month. Like I'm not a a professional health person or anything, but that's pretty unhealthy if someone loses 100 pounds in 1 month. So it's good to have realistic goals and goals that are good for you too, in the now, for sure.
Most definitely. You have to make sure it's um not only good for you but also realistic, within your grasp. And a good method is to determine what's realistic. You could do many. A lot of people don't like this method, but like you could just do, say, okay, I'll run 10 meters, and then in 10 weeks I'll run 20 meters, and
Hmm.
then 20, small victories until you work your way up to it, to whatever. It's like,
10 meters and 20 meters though, fam. That's like
hey,
I
bro,
think that's like 10 steps, bro.
sometimes you just don't like to run, bro.
Well, yeah, like I even saw in this article too. I just found this article very interesting about people that like were successful in their New Year resolutions. And I found this article, there's a demographic statistic and a generational statistic was that baby boomers, this is like most of the I can't even speak, New Year's resolutions that baby boomers always make each year that they want to lose more weight. 53% always place that importance on losing weight, but most of them fail at losing weight because they put less importance on saving money compared to the younger generations.
Oh, yo, that's what's crazy about that? It's all about the times that they were in. Like
Mhm.
the media and what the media was pushing at the times that actually the media has been pushing similar messages. I feel like the media was pushing more like more of what they're interested in, like weight loss was being pushed more in whatever
That's true. Like that. Do you know that informational channel that used to be on like all cables, Bell cables, Roger cables,
Oh yeah,
and it
yeah.
was just like that weight loss channel where like they would promote, I think, liposuction, a lot of like a lot of treadmills by from different brands they were pushing to, and I was like, oh wow, why do you have this channel? Like this channel, like no one's really gaining anything from, but I think that channel, like a form of that was definitely being played on like cables back around like baby boomers times when they're growing up. And another generational statistic is millennials are the most confident in keeping all their resolutions, 39%. And Gen Z, so our generation, is 4 times more concerned with finding love than any other age group when it comes to a generational statistic. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, that one was like kind of interesting to me because I was like, yo, you know what? A lot of people that I see on my Instagram feed, they're always just talking about, oh my gosh, man, no girls like me. Oh my gosh, no guys like me. And it's like people that are our age, right? Like around like I guess 16 to 27. I think that's like the people in our generation. And they're just concerned about that. And there's um podcasts where people just strictly talk about how to get a girl, how to get a guy, and like a bunch of YouTubers that also make content like that too. So I guess that's one of those things like where our generation is just really concerned about finding love. Like how there's like that Riz thing going on. Shout out to Kai Cenat. I think we spoke about that. He's the one that coined the term. So it's like a lot of people are just caring about, oh man, I gotta get a girlfriend, I gotta get a boyfriend. Oh my gosh, I need to get a hookup, all this stuff in our generation. And yeah.
Yeah. It's very, very prevalent for sure.
Mhm. And I came across this Reddit page, or I guess, yeah, Reddit thread about New Year's resolutions. And this person, Ike has a plan. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. They said New Year's resolutions are the dumbest things ever. Disclaimer, I know this original in the slightest. I mean, I think he means, or she means, I know this is not original in the slightest, but I still want to share. The concept of New Year's resolutions are stupid. They are for weak-minded people who have no control over themselves. Nothing is stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do tomorrow, tonight, or even right now. Is your
Yeah.
resolution to drink more water? Go pour yourself a glass. Is your resolution to lose weight? Get a gym membership with your next paycheck. Is your resolution to be less of a pushover? Literally start the very next day. The idea that a clock striking midnight on December 31st is going to magically change some aspect of your life is ridiculous. Most people don't keep their resolutions. Anyways, yeah, sorry, this is so negative. I just hate seeing all the New Year's resolutions in my feed. What do you think about that, bro?
Well, you know what? I don't I don't like aside from all the like the disrespect and the pocket watching, I agree with what he said. You know, you could take whatever your goal is and do it at any time that you want, but without like, you know, saying, ah, these people are weak minded, ah, why don't you do this and blah blah blah, you know. But without all of that, I agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, same. I agree with what he's saying to a degree because like I know what he's saying where he's saying like is your resolution to drink more water, go pour yourself a glass. But going back to what we were discussing from what we were reading in the article, things take time to like do a big goal. So like someone's resolution, yeah, they should be realistic. But at the same time, you might fail at first. But what matters the most is if you try again, you know, that song by Aaliyah, try again. Na, 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 na. How does it go again, bro? You know that song I'm talking about?
I actually don't even remember, bro. I can't I can't discern it from try again.
I don't know the lyrics, but the premise of the song is to like keep trying. So I don't know if it's exactly about goals, but just to try again. So like I think that's what matters the most. But yeah, you could be harsh on people and like let them know, yeah, like you got to be serious about what you do with your goals. But people aren't gonna really like get a goal just like the first time. Like a lot of people could do that. Like we've done that in our own life. A lot of people done that. Famous people, doctors, like everyone's done that. But like you're not gonna learn anything if you just hit that goal your first try. So that's where I disagree a bit with this person. But this reminds me of like that catchphrase, new year, new me, that a lot of people post on their Instagram stories or
Oh
Snapchat
yeah.
stories each year when it's a new year, bro. You
Oh,
know that?
yo, you know how people like delete everything, delete their account, go black. I get a follow request from this no name, nothing account saying that, yo, this where I released all the fakes, bro. This is my new account. Yeah,
Oh,
something like that.
what
Every
the fuck, bro?
no no more fakes, bro. This is a new account. No follow up, blah blah blah. There's no point in making a new account though. It's you know, hop off IG or something.
Real, bro, because like it's a whole entire thing where it's like because it's a new year, I'm gonna make a new change to my life. But like it's like a drastic change, and like what you're talking about, they're just cutting all, man. It's like, yo, like I told you, it's a new year, new me, dog. So I'm cutting off every single person because that's no longer the old me. It's the new me now. I'm not friends with you, fam. I was never was. So it just reminds me.
I never was.
Yeah, it's reminding me that like a lot of people, yeah, they do have unrealistic goals, and sometimes it's just like to make for show, especially in our generation. Like we have like Instagram, Snapchat, where we could post things always so people can know what's going on in their life, and like like people just be like, yo, because it's a new year, I'm a new person, but it's like, dude, like that variant of the catchphrase "New Year, New Me." It's New Year, same you, really, dude. Like it really is. You know?
Yo, nah, bro. New Year's same you, fam. The years change, not you.
Exactly, man.
Relax.
Real bad. But like, yeah, it's an interesting thing, New Year's resolutions, but I think it just matters the most if you guys, like you fams listening, if you stick to it, or if you make that goal that you want next year, be the one that you make tomorrow, like what this person's saying, what you want to do tomorrow. You make it for what you can start tomorrow and then just be consistent with it. And then who knows? In the new year, you might have already achieved that goal if you started tomorrow. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, New Year's resolution tradition that we celebrate each year. Well, yeah,